Hello, everyone. Good evening, afternoon, or whatever time of day it may be where you are, and welcome to today's episode of SYNAUTIC DRIFT. We have a lovely cast here for you once again, and I'd like to thank them all for being, just wonderful ways of absolutely definitely going by the plans that I had set forth every single session. But in all seriousness, thank you all so much. And for all of you watching, we'd like to thank you as well. If you're watching on VOD, you're watching here live, you have our sincerest thanks. The show wouldn't be possible without your viewership and presence in our chat and our social media. Each and every one of you is a superstar, and we truly appreciate that you are helping put on this show and keep it going. For those who celebrate it, a very happy Lunar New Year to you all, and may it be wonderful and prosperous. If any of you would like to help us out a little bit or fund more shows like this in the future, please send us some bits. We all get support directly from all of your bits, and you'll be able to give the players some benefits to use in game. Give a favorite character an extra chance to succeed and make them look that much cooler, or just make the best dang sandwich you ever did see. Of course, you can also give me and my creatures some lovely benefits as well. Allow me to reroll things from my monsters and make the challenge before our players that much more deadly, so that Vital gets to explain why getting salt water in your wounds is a very bad thing. Please see the tip bar below for the stream and our specifics behind that. And for a reintroduction, we have the ever wonderful Nilos here with us. He's going to be playing Grandfather Gertie again after a small absence, but Grandpa will be joining us again for this session. He will be taking care of all the kids, even if not all of them are kids directly compared to his age. But how about we do a little recap for last session? Last time, our crew tried to take a Sahuagin by surprise, but not all things exactly went according to plan. They did manage to fend off that beast with some spell-planned weapons and firing Alvor out of a cannon. And after the skirmish, unfortunately, one of the Sahuagin was unable to be kept alive in the midst of the battle. Upon boarding the ship, the party found that it had once been a travel ship for just normal citizens between the islands. But that had begun to start shipping unlabeled cargo beneath it. Upon the ship, they also found a meeting room, a large wine wall, and a fully stocked kitchen. The wine that Alvor happened to grab, however, was a very particular kind that made Rosalba and Collier's eyebrows raise up in response to it, as Alvor dished out all the PB&Js. Persuading the remaining Squalgan to help manage the ship as a bit of a skeleton crew, we joined everyone to see what the rest of the ship holds. So, Gertie, you return to the service of the ship to meet with everyone else on the deck, as Alvor takes all of your dishes to fix them back up and get ready to make a new meal if necessary.
Yes, I'll join the rest of the crew on the top deck and look at everybody. Seems like I've been awfully quiet in the last moments. I think some fresh sea air will do some good for me. If this ship could stop moving a bit, like, oh god, I think I'm going to feel slightly sickish. Anybody get something against that?
It is better to get it out of your system.
Well, if Vital says so, I'll be right back.
Off the ship though.
All
Lean
right.
over at the side. Do you need help?
You can hold my beard if you want to. And I'm just going to the side of the ship, and you can hear very old, strange noises for a few moments. And he's like, okay. I think it was just phantom pain. So
I will warn you, we actually haven't left dock.
it gets worse.
It will actually get better unless we have storms. But it takes about 2 weeks to acclimate to whatever you're feeling right now.
I'm sorry.
Take
2 weeks?
What
2
I'm
weeks
saying
to
is we are only traveling on the ship for hopefully a couple days. So you have no time to get used to this. This will be a forever thing to you.
All right.
You step on a ship, you get sick, you get off.
You're gonna be sick forever, Gertie. Just
I don't
clean it.
know if anyone is paying attention, but Liang is like slowly turning green.
You too? Okay, I'll just sit down for a moment and hold Chester very close to my heart. You youngsters tell me what we're going to do, and he's just hugging his hurdy-gurdy. And for a brief moment, you could hear a strange sound from the hurdy-gurdies that should be impossible to come from this instrument. And Gertie's just waiting on what you are going to do, like sitting on the floor, looking around, looking if Elevor had made any problems. He probably has.
Well, I believe technically it's not legal for us to commandeer the ship. We're not stealing it, we're commandeering it.
We're
believe
taking
that
it
should
out
be-
of rotation.
A group decision, though.
Yeah.
I
let's
certainly am
steal
not
this
capable
ship.
of sailing this, but I believe Alivor and Batal can.
Falcon as
Okay,
well.
but we have everything to go, like navigator wise, because we just have the map and we know where we're supposed to be, and then skeleton crew is going to help us, but that's all we need, right?
All we need.
I can be at this round thingy at the very end of the ship that makes the ship go lefty or righty. That is something I feel comfortable.
I was actually quite hoping to just look over the side of the boat for a while, a day or so, if that's all right.
You can do that from the crow's nest. Good job. You're now our lookout.
Well,
Oh,
I'm very observant.
I think the safest place now is to be with him above everyone else.
We have a skeleton crew. Everyone has to have a job.
Okay. Then, and Carl sailed before, so you could tell him to like I could do the sails.
You can do some of the sales.
Some of the sails.
We're all going to need to work.
This is gonna be fun.
So yes, let's start the motor, the sail wind thingy going straight forward. Whatever
Your
houses
wind
ever.
waves.
I know a lot of songs about boats.
I can also help with that.
Oh, that's for you. Do you know any sea shanties? By the way, I think I can go with all of the chords.
Ooh.
Yes, and I'm just going to play a bit and rehearse a few minutes with Carl for a few sea shanties you might know.
Yeah, while we're getting everything ready.
Yes, nice background music.
We should leave sooner rather than later, though, because we have a lot of evidence back there.
And I do not wish to run into these people who are coming.
Yeah, so then I think yeah, so then are they already down? Are all the sails up? Are we just docked? Like we have to lift up anchor and everything?
Yep, this ship is set down here, no sails. Despite the way it looks on the actual map, the sails are not unfurled.
Okay.
We'll have to take care of all that.
Then Carl's gonna ask some of the other. I don't want to say the name wrong again because I always do the fish people, but let me get a couple of them to help me lift the anchor up then.
The person who was helping Grody, I was like, I can do that. I'm not strongest, but I should be able to help.
Awesome. I feel like I got this. I have strong.
There should be a wheel that you can turn somewhere near the back of the ship. Very big one.
Yes, there is.
Yes. I'm going to go to the turning wheel and hold my hands against it. Be like, okay, this is probably making the ship turn, and if everybody's comfortable, I would like to try my best helping you out somehow, because I am pretty sure I'm not fit for any other job in here. If any of you wants to try, I can still just make music and focus on not making the deck dirty.
Oh.
Just saying.
Grandpa. Oh, people like you I used to give work all the time. It helps pass the time quicker when you're sick.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, would we? Is there enough wind? Is there enough wind to get us started?
So, the way a lot of ships would work is that you would have rows of oar seats in the bottom to help get you out of ports like this. Imagine the strongest of us could go down with some of our new friends, pull ourselves out, raise the anchor first, and then catch the wind.
If we need some encouragement for the ship to begin moving, I can provide that naturally. I don't think we have enough people to row quite as well as Vital might hope or want us to.
This is a rather big ship.
And I have very thin arms.
Oh, no.
Also, I will be up there, safely in that nest that will move much less than this boat is moving, right?
I should not lie to you, so I will not. It will move a lot up there. The
Okay.
boat is here, and it goes like this, like a
Okay.
compass.
I will go there.
The young, if you need any help up there, just tell me. Give me quarter of an hour. I can.
No, it's fine.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay, so are we going to have everyone going onto the oars to try to get the boat out of here then?
Yeah.
Well, so I have gust of wind prepared.
Yes.
So if I suppose, I don't know if it'll work, but I will consult Vital's expertise. But if it does, to save us from having to row, I'm assuming I can cast gust of wind to get us that like initial burst of speed. It lasts for a minute.
That would be fantastic.
Okay.
Enjoy magic for this kind of thing.
So, if there's nothing else that we need to do before heading out, I think Liang is just going to stand right behind the sail and just like cast gust of wind, just like Avatar style, Airbender style, just.
That's
Huge.
awesome. I love it.
We leveled up, and I was like, time to take a look at all these wind and water-based spells that might be useful.
I mean, understandable. Okay, so I'm still going to have anyone who is helping with the oars is going to make a strength check, or athletics, actually. It'll be easier with the gust of wind. That will certainly be helpful.
I rolled a 10. I'm a little shaken today. It's fine.
Understandable. Okay. And then this one is
Wait, is Batal the only one who's down there just like rowing by himself?
the person you took from the cave and the Swalwyn are heading down there as well to help with the oars.
Thank God. Because who here has a good strength? That's the question.
I actually have a +6 to athletics. That was a rather low
Jesus,
roll.
really?
Yeah,
for me.
unfortunately.
Yeah, Vital is strong.
Oof. big oof.
Oh, actually, I could have helped out with some bardic inspiration there. I just missed the moment.
This isn't like an instantaneous thing.
Okay,
Like
I
you're
come
still,
down.
despite where you are, like, so, just for everyone's reference, Gertie is right down here at the lower end of the ship, if you can see where my ping is. I'll also display a clone of him there. He's on the other, like, actual section of the map, but this is where Gertie is. So it's not like he's out of, like, line of sight for everyone.
Mm-hmm. Well, then I just play some classic sea shanties to keep our hopes high and our arms strong, and spend a bardic inspiration for anybody to use on their next rowing check, like the classic rows a boat, to make it go faster. And I'm just shouting downstairs, like, "Are you working as hard as I do? Because these cords are killing me."
All right, let me put you guys. Let me just check something real quick. Yeah, okay. So is Vital the only player character that will go down there to help?
Rosalba is pretending to busy herself with. She's never been on
wants to. I just can't make my roll.
Just kind of doing ropes or pretending to do things because she doesn't. She's got fingernails. Okay, she can't roll. Also a strength of 10. So.
Wow, lucky. Yeah, I think Liang is standing in the middle of the boat, just behind the sail, just like kind of playing it up a bit, but like concentrating on the spell.
Yeah.
It seems like I have to do all the work again. Rosalba, can you take this around steering Singi? And I'll march downward and set myself to one of the rowing things next to Vital and be like, "Can you show me how to? Should I move it like you do? It looks actually quite complicated. What are you?" Okay, up, down, and I'll just try to help with my grandfather's strengths to help move the boat.
Okay, go right ahead.
Athletics check, right?
Yeah, athletics are just straight strength. The other one.
No.
Probably
Plus-
the same thing for a lot of people.
Plus 1 because I'm a bard. So 7.
Oh, good God.
All right.
That's a 17 in total, right? 10 plus 7?
That's how it works.
Right, so athletics.
This is just the worst, like... the worst rendition of Wellerman possible.
And
so is the boat moving at all?
No, I mean it's just
I haven't taken off yet.
Yeah, it's just in place. The boat is just
what the row is
anchored
gonna
down there.
do.
Yeah.
Oh, it's anchored down.
It's
The
still
anchor isn't
anchored?
up?
I mean, I'm assuming you guys have taken the anchor up now. It's not difficult to do that
Yes.
for several
Oh, thank
people.
God. Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
It's just time passing.
That would be
Yes.
such a horrible moment. So yeah, anchored up and just trying to make it move.
Like, why isn't this boat moving?
I rolled an 11. I just don't remember what my modifier is, but my base roll is an 11. Pretty sure I have like a 5, so it's 16 to help row.
Okay. All right, so that good news. That is actually enough to make the boat move altogether. Then.
Oh, thank God.
Okay, so the boat will begin to take off. Just like slowly moving out. I mean, as you guys can tell, this is a rather large boat, so it takes a little while to actually get out. And the kind of passage that it is in is very tight and narrow, but you're able to get it out back onto the actual sea rather than that little cove that it had been slowly maneuvered into.
Could be worse, Vital, right? Am I doing this moving thing right? Oh God. Okay, as we're moving with the wind, I think I'll just go upstairs and help anybody do anything but rowing. And I'll huddle upstairs.
That's fair.
Yeah, take a rest.
Do we have to keep up the rolls, or once we kind of get started that slowly to move it out of the cove? Is it anything that's happening? Because I know that the other ones were like staying on the side. Are they also like still there? Or are they on the boat with us now?
What other ones on the sides?
When we first showed up, they said that they needed to stay in water. I refuse to say the fish people's name because I can't say them right.
The Swalwyn, they are. Well, they're not in the water yet. They helped you guys. Well, one of them's still unconscious.
Oh, see, look, I thought they were both conscious now. That's my bad.
No, yeah, one of them is still unconscious.
Okay.
The one that is conscious did help with the oars, though, to get out of there.
Anybody else feel like we should wake that guy up? Not yet. We just
yeah, we just
sleep.
Okay. Die. Okay. Yeah, he's not in any threat of like dying, is he?
You don't know. You can make me. What would that be?
I'd like to go up and poke him and just like kind of make sure everything, all the bits and bobs are in the right place and all the fluids are in the right channel.
Go ahead and make me a medicine check.
Jesus. Well, I can guarantee you. Oh, medicine's wisdom. Thank God. 14. I was gonna say.
14. Okay. I mean, you can tell that has not been like a terribly long time since you guys actually got onto the boat in the first place. But you can see that they're not like dangerously dried out, but the surface skin of this Swalwyn is a little dry. Not like dangerously so, but they don't seem to be like bleeding out or having like internal injuries or anything of that sort, but they are
dry,
staying okay.
I suppose we should dunk him in some water. No, that would be a very bad idea for me to do. Can I take a rope and tie it to a bucket and then just kind of like dip it into the water by the dip it into the ocean, pick up some water,
like lower it into the ocean and then pull it back out?
Yeah.
Sure. There is an entire ocean around you, so it's easy to find someone.
So glad I didn't take any water manipulation spells.
So you could just tuck the bucket in there and throw it on, and as the creature doesn't stir at all, it kind of just move around like very subconsciously. They're calling out awake or anything like that. But it does seem to help refresh skin. You can see the water is kind of like moistening their skin in what seems to be a pretty healthy manner.
He'll be fine. And then I turn over to the rope ladder that leads to the crow's nest, and I...
All right, well, there are a couple places so there are 4 of them that you can look towards. You can go to the very, very front, the tip of the boat. You can go in this section up here. You can go on the one that's sort of in the middle of the boat, and the one that is by Gertie.
I think I want the one in the middle of the boat.
All right, so this one or this one?
This one.
All right.
Yeah.
Sounds good. So, Leong, you'll be up in the nest up here.
He's definitely going to throw up. Like, that's fully going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Then he's not going to throw up in the crow's nest.
Understandable. So, as Leon gets up there, anyone who's... I guess most of you are down by the oars at this point. Rizal, but what are you doing in this time as people are kind of getting the ship out of place? Are you going to keep exploring the ship? Because they all went below decks to get to where the oars are, so...
Yeah, is there any place on this boat that we have not been yet? Because I don't. I don't think
Yes.
so. Okay. Oh, there is.
On the deck, you've explored everything on the very surface, but there
Okay.
are sections below. I mean, so you see everyone go downstairs, and I'll move you to this section over here.
She's gonna do some snooping, I think. She's interested in oh, well, if we know the purpose of this boat, I think she's still gonna look around for any kind of documentation that there might be about more names and places versus what is actually happening, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Or like,
absolutely. So
even if they're in code and she doesn't really get it, but you know, she's snooping instead of working.
So you can go ahead and move to a certain location if you want. To the north of the map, you see Alivor is just preparing more food in the kitchen, as he's wont to do. You know, everyone else went down one more level.
Right.
So Kale, Bichala, and Gertie went down one more level than here.
Okay. Yeah, we'll follow them down.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
I need to find the source of this wine too. That's what I'm looking for. Wine information.
Sure. Okay, so there are a couple of doors to the forward of the ship, and there are some to the south as well as more stairs that keep leading down.
Let's check out these two rooms up here. Yeah.
Okay.
Both of them.
Yeah. No problem. So let me just move this out of the way so people.
Sure.
Okay,
Normal canon stuff.
Yes, just 1 second. So, in this seems to be a place where they keep in sort of emergency rations of sorts in case of, for whatever reason. As you can see, a lot of the stacks in here are full of hardtack. So, you know, not exactly something you'd be eating on the regular if you can avoid it.
No, definitely not. Yeah, next room. She's going room to room.
Okay. So
actually, she might have asked Alivor while she passed him, because he was the one that found the wine, I believe.
Yes. So.
Exactly where did you find this?
I found the wine in the wine rack. It was in this big room. It looked like they have dinners there. Real good dinners.
Oh,
Whoa, scarily accurate.
That was very good. Yeah, that was good. Yeah, so she's going deck to deck, essentially looking for this dining hall type room.
Okay, he would have mentioned that it is on the upper part of the deck. Give me just a second to actually get you over there.
Yeah, you're fine. Fly me around.
Here we go. Okay, you should be in the bottom left corner-ish of the map now. And you can see in here, this does seem to be a pretty elegant dining room. All the things that are like this wouldn't look out of place in like an actual proper like home, like an actual proper mansion or something like that. It's very specifically much more decadent than any other room in the ship you've seen so far.
Okay, I'm assuming they all have like the bottles out and not like in a cask kind of thing where it's like
yes,
not a cask, but okay. That's not
yeah.
really
So the walls on the northern side of this room were wine racks.
Okay.
Like
she's gonna proves the bottles. Are they all her families? Are they not? Are they mostly, or like what's the makeup?
So it is not all of them. I mean, you see like one other bottle in there. It looks like Oliver may have just happened to grab like one of the explicit bottles.
Right.
Most of them they're pretty expensive wines, all things considered. I mean, these are not like all absurdly expensive ones. But these are wines that you would expect to see like for any important meeting of people who are actually meeting in Morian. So the wines seem to be definitely from like the general region of like Morian and the islands and the wave.
Right. I'm going to take what looks to be the most expensive bottle of wine.
Okay.
I'm going to assume that she is a connoisseur, so she might have an eye for that. But I'm going to head back up to the rest of the group that's kind of in the little Canony Ori area.
All right.
For someone that's smuggling only statues, they seem to have quite a lot of money. Their wine selection is fantastic. I'm a little shocked. It seems odd for just pirates.
Any of you can respond, other than Liang's not there currently, but
I'm going to assume they have a very prominent benefactor, or they were doing a little bit more than just.
Should we
Curing.
open some of the boxes and the things that are downstairs to make sure they are transporting what they are saying?
Not saying they're transporting anything. These are unmarked.
Well, better than to sit around. We got quite some travel time, right?
Just a couple of days.
That should be enough to search a ship in such a large one. So, Rosalba, if you want to search it, I can certainly help you.
Oh yeah, she's definitely down for opening some boxes.
Secret boxes.
Secret boxes.
okay. So would Gertie and Rosalba like to head down lower to the next set of stairs?
Yeah,
then?
sure.
Okay.
Yes.
Is anyone else going to go with them?
Keep rowing.
All right, then we both go downstairs.
All right. So then we'll put you guys right here. So the most obvious thing down here is that you can see that there appear to be two pretty goodly sized prison cells here. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot in them aside from some makeshift beds of hay and a couple buckets, and there seems to be a tarp in one of the two cells. There isn't anything that really immediately sticks out about either of them, but there are lit candles between these cells that provide some of the only actual light down here. Past those cells to the front of the ship, you can see that there are sacks of fruit that are just kind of like readily like open. They're not like carefully tied or anything like that. They seem to have like oranges, apples, kumquats, and some muskmelons stored inside them.
Fresh food. Should be good for Alivor. He needs something. Ugh.
He's already cooking, so I'm
So he
sure
grows
he's
properly.
found plenty.
I'll just check around, and because from my perspective, the south of the ship is unlit, I would like to lit my lamp.
Okay.
And I'm looking to Rosalba. I actually don't know about full blood Juantis. Can you like snake folk? Can you see in the dark like everybody
Yes,
else?
very far, actually.
Oh, how practical must that be to see in the dark? Great.
It is a very fun party trick, yes.
Yes. Well, let's take a look around. Maybe we can. And I just stroll around and look at things, and if there is something unopened, like a round box where you store wine in, where I forgot the English word for it, I'm going to try to just check what's inside.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much anything that's not open and available, I think we're going to check out probably.
Okay, so you're going to start with the crates near all the fruit, or are you guys going to head to the south end of the ship?
Yeah, then I'll just go over there and look
Okay.
around and go through the kumquats and tomatoes and everything that could be there.
Sounds good. If both of you can make me investigation checks then.
Yes. I gave some bardic inspiration to the boat, so I would just right now give it to Adelaide.
Okay.
Oh, sure. What is that, a D6?
D8.
D8.
Level
There you go.
5.
So an 18.
All right, 18. You can still make your check if you would like as well, Gertie.
Yeah, I want to. I already did, but 20.
Okay, 20. So between the 18 and the 20 you guys got, I was looking around in the crates. You kind of like sifting around to see in the crates the crates inside as you open them up. They're not like carefully sealed or anything like that. You see there just seems to be a bunch of hay and more fruit in here for the most part. But as you dig deeper into the crates, you can see that the crates over here are actually not separated from one another, even though they appear to be two separate crates on the outside. And as you dig deeper beneath all the other fruit that are in here and the bits of hay that are sort of scattered about, you feel something made of stone beneath all of it all. And as you uncover from the hay and the fruit out of the area, you see what appears to be what you presume at this point is probably a petrified dragonborn.
One of these dragons.
Dragon?
Dragonborn.
Dragonborn, okay.
Yes. Who has a very kind of like crooked tail on them.
I look to Rosalba. Scaly as well. Somebody you know?
We're distant cousins, very distant. Would you, I don't have my notes on me. Was the Dragonborn one of the ones that was missing? I don't think so. That doesn't sound familiar.
No, from Juan, no.
Okay. Well, I unfortunately don't have anything to unpetrify it, but...
Let's just let it rest here. It looks safe around here, around the kumquats and tomatoes. Should we go to the south if there is anything more?
Yes, I assume we should. Hopefully not more dead bodies.
Well, and as I'm passing you with my lamp, I'm just looking at you. Let me guess, these Dragonborn can, see well in the dark too?
I would not know. I've only met a handful.
Well. And I just go south with the lamp and look at things.
Okay.
Generally, it's only humans that cannot.
Yes, I know.
All right, so we'll go up to the ore area. So, Beetle and Collier, is there anything particular you guys are doing? Are you guys going to keep rowing for a bit? Are you going to look around the ship? Beetle, I presume you'll be generally giving people jobs to do to keep the ship moving.
Yeah, we're just trying to get there safely. It's gonna be a heck of a ride anyway. I think Vital is in working mode. He's very serious right now. He's always a little serious, but he just clicks into it.
Now boat serious.
Now we're boat serious. It's a different kind.
Colin's kind of going to go where they're needed, but also kind of pop in. I'll just stick to the one thing. Colin's going to go where they're needed. If sales need to be done because they've been on a boat, and they've been on a boat with Vital before, so they know what boat serious Vital is like. So they're just kind of like, this is going to be a while. So they're very much so trying to help make sure the boat stays. The last thing we need is to get off course or anything like that.
Okay.
Something that Vital would bring up is he, many people, especially if they encounter the same ships at their port over and over again, know what to look for in the ship. He's gonna try to lead them in a direction that will not be in port.
Okay.
They're gonna try to dock elsewhere, but given the nature of the way these islands are formed and what he saw on the map, he's like, we need the sails to look different. So now pooling for ideas on how to make the sails look different. Whether we throw some paint on them or figure out how to dye them, or if anybody has any spells that might accomplish this.
How about... no, I'm not there. Sorry.
I think I do. I have... Make sure I actually have it. It was like a big illusion spell. Would hypnotic pattern help change it? To other people. I know it wouldn't be permanent, and it would only last up to, it says it would only last up to a minute. But if I could do it as we're coming into port, then it would look different enough.
I mean, it would certainly distract them. I would say you could try using it on the people that would be in the area, but it wouldn't actually stick to the ship per se. It's not. It's more of dazzling, kind of distracting, supernatural lights that mess with people's perception of things, rather than like a splash of paint on something or something.
I thought it was a thing. All right. I would have to keep looking, see if I have anything.
Well, for those of you who are prepared casters, you will have some time to mix up your spells if you need to.
Yeah. I'm wondering if the ship has any sort of paint on it. Or tar that might be used to mend the wood in the event of damage.
Yeah. You guys can certainly look around for that during a little bit of relatively restful time. Like I said, it's a skeleton crew, so it's going to be hard to keep the ship running, but it will be possible.
Hooray.
Okay.
All right.
Or wine.
Leong,
We could dye them red with the wine.
Oh.
Hey.
Okay.
It's a very expensive dye.
But it doesn't cost you anything.
It doesn't cost me anything. Yeah. You're gonna get some chromatic sales too.
Ooh, fancy.
This is fine.
Okay, so that is at least an idea. Leong, as you're up, boy, Vital sure was right. He was not kidding when I said it's moving a good amount up here, in your little crow's nest of sorts.
Go
Make a perception check real quick.
I'm good at those, so let me just double check what my number is. Nope, it's not 23. Yes, there we go. Wow, natural one. Oh, Can I use inspiration now, or do I have to do it before I roll something?
No, you could use it after.
Okay, I'm gonna use my inspiration. Thank you to I believe a dapper dap man. Sorry, a Danner dap man. Thank you so much. I'm gonna use this to not roll a natural one.
Oh wait,
This will be another natural one. Well, 17.
17. Okay, so as you're looking about, there doesn't seem to be anything that looks like it would be a disturbance. I mean, you can see, some vaguely fish shapes in the sea, like, swimming around and stuff like that. But you don't see any other ships, especially not ones that seem to be looking aggressive. At least not in the immediate sea. You can see out a pretty fair distance, and you see some ships that are going to and fro, but none of them seem to be paying you any heed. And there doesn't seem to be anything weird about them either, as far as you can tell.
I would like to cast Druidcraft.
Okay.
Because I just double checked what my spells can do. And I can create a tiny, harmless sensory effect that predicts what the weather will be at your location for the next 24 hours.
Okay.
So I just want to make sure there's no storms coming our way anytime soon.
Okay. Let me just double check
I guess.
the exact word of Druidcraft.
I think his Druidcraft is a little more celestial, but he just opens up his star map and consults where the stars are at the moment.
Okay, so as you can pull out your map and look at it for a moment, you see a cloud appear above your map for a moment.
Oh dear. Is that rain? Okay, that's rain. Okay. I will keep that in mind. Yeah, I'm actually gonna lean over the edge. Vital? Vital!
Yeah, what?
There's going to be rain sometime soon.
Yes, I do believe it's going to rain on and off for the rest of our lives. When?
Within the next 24 hours.
Okay. Do you know? I mean, you're a starman. How much? Good rain? Not so good. What are we talking
I take
here?
a look at the map. Is there any indication, if I cast Druidcraft again, what kind of rain this might be?
I'll say sure. I mean, consulting your map, you can kind of focus your Druidcraft a little more to get a better idea of exactly what kind of weather it looks like. It doesn't appear that it's going to be full-on storming, but it will be like pretty consistent rain. Like the kind that you would like beyond the point where you're like, oh, I don't need to wear a jacket outside. It's like, no, that's enough rain to me to want to bundle up.
Okay. We'd want a jacket, but no thunder.
can work with that. Ugh.
Okay. Should I just stay up here?
If you'd like to come down, you can. Have you seen any ships?
A couple on the horizon, but none that look particularly threatening.
All right. Yeah, come down.
Although I don't actually know what threatening ships look like. He kind of like mutters to himself as he comes down.
Okay. Are you gonna go below decks to like where Vital is, or just down on the main deck?
No, I think actually what Leon wants to do is he wants to like sit as close to the water as like lean over the like ledge, the rail of the ship, and kind of like just stare into the water and try to just like observe what kind of animal life or stuff like shows up.
Okay. So I was looking about. There doesn't seem to be any fish like immediately within the vicinity of the boat, but you can keep looking there for a small while.
Yeah, I think he's going to spend as much time as possible just kind of like nature watching.
Okay. And then we will continue with Rosalba and Gertie. So as you get farther at this lowest deck of the ship, you can see that there are some crates that are marked with multiples of 6. As you see the ones that are open, though, the crates seem to just carry a bunch of cannonballs in them, equal to the number on the box.
Hmm.
And you do see a goodly amount of extra barrels all in the center area here, and a few strapped to the sides.
I just want to look between the cannonballs if there's something hidden beyond, beneath them, or open 1 or 2 boxes just to check if they also contain cannonballs.
Sure, go ahead and make an investigation check again.
Sure. $16.
16. Okay, so as you are opening the other crates, they're a little tough to open. You have to kind of like put some actual force behind them. Looks like these crates are meant to be opened willy-nilly. You can see that there doesn't seem to be anything else between the cannonballs, though. They seem to be just be extra ammunition for whenever they're needed.
As I expected. Rosalba, did you find anything of interest?
Fortunately not. Just a lot of wine. Seems like Oh! No, we're still in the basement of the ship. Did I find
Yes.
anything else? That's right.
Is there anywhere in particular you would like to explore? You want to explore the barrels down here, the crates at the very bottom?
Let's
You can
do
go ahead and move around and like examine.
let's do the crates at these far back. The barrels are probably like water or, she knows a
Yeah.
little bit about ships.
I
Not
follow
much.
follow up with my lamp and my decreased line of sight. Just standing there.
Okay, go ahead and make me an investigation check again as well.
Okay. 11.
Okay. So it's not a terribly hard thing to find in these boxes. As you poke them open, they seem to be full of, well, not full, but they seem to be carrying a plant that has like kind of very sharp looking leaves, like not ones that would like actually injure you if you touch them. But they seem to be like from a... Well, I guess make me a nature if you have herbalism kit proficiency.
I do not.
Okay, so go ahead and make me a nature check.
Okay. Even worse than 9.
Okay, so these are some sort of a like sharp leafy plant. Just given the kind of way they look like, they're probably from somewhere in the area. You couldn't really designate exactly where, but they do seem like a somewhat tropical plant.
I'm going to take my dagger and just cut a little bit off and put it into a pocket. I'll show it to Leon later on.
Okay.
Interesting. If we need to, I can actually talk to plants. Just saying. If there should be any information hidden, I could ask our dear friends that you've just cut down if they know anything.
I've never heard of anything as bizarre as that, but please oblige us.
Oh yes.
We've been in
I
a
will.
crate, so I'm sure they haven't seen much of anything, but
Actually, that could be true. I would probably take my time with that. So let's check the rest of the ship and then I'll talk to them. Maybe they have an interesting story to tell. And
I'm sure they would.
I'll just search the whole rest of the room if there's anything left hidden. The cannonballs on top, the rows, the sail, the long thingies that you use to, the rope, and everything else that is down there.
Okay, both of you can go make one more investigation check real quick.
Yes. I will investigate with an 8.
10.
All right. So as you guys are moving about, you're not finding anything particularly super interesting, Gertie, but Rosalba, as you're moving around, just trying to test things out and about, these look very similar to barrels in these little specific spots, but as you kind of move them about, you can tell that they're actually like they're being kept in place by something. Like you can't actually move these barrels around.
We can't hold and play. Like, are there chains or are they glued?
You don't see anything like obviously holding it down.
I look to resolve.
Do they budge at all if we lean against it, or is it like frozen in place kind of thing?
They move like very slightly, but whatever's holding them in place seems to be pretty strong, all things considered.
Maybe they are trapped, and I'll go on all 4 to look like under it if I can.
Be careful, your joints.
Oh yes, it's not the coming down; it's the getting up thingy. As long as I stay down here, I'll be fine. And I try to look under it. Is there anything hidden under it?
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Yep. And that's a 20.
Okay, so underneath this one, and this one, you can see that there are nails at the bottom of them that are like nailed into the actual ship to hold them in place. But you do not see those same nails for this one, yet it still also seems to be kind of difficult to move around.
Rosalba, there is like one of these thingies has no nails in it, so we could actually bring it up to the others, or we get them down here. I think, well, there's rope. Maybe we can...
I think we should probably bring the others down here. I'm not...
Yeah, maybe...
Strength is not my strong suit.
Yeah, standing up is not my strong suit. Talking of that, could you help me? And I'll...
Yes, she'll lend him a hand to very gradually, with a lot of effort, bring him back up.
Thank you very much. Oh God. Well, I think you don't have problems with your spine, probably. Well, all the advantages, whatever. And I'm taking a last look back and go upstairs to the others.
Okay. So, Collier and Beetle, you see Gertie and Rosalba both come from the downstairs.
Wobbling up the steps.
Yes.
I'm going to go help to get him somewhere so that he can sit down. And I've never
I'll just lie on the floor there. It's like, okay, that was a long day. It was a long day.
There are hammocks strewn throughout this area, so
I'm in a hammock.
You can find an easy place to rest if you wanted.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna look over to Rosalba. How did you break Gertie? What did you do?
He's elderly, nothing happened. Anyway, there's barrels downstairs that seem quite strange. They're tied up as if they didn't want them to be moved at all.
What's in them?
We don't know.
And somebody nailed the chests to the ground. Maybe so they're not flying around, but there was one chest that was not nailed down, and I think it's trapped. Explosives or crocodiles, I have no clue.
Crocodile. That is that is a scale, okay?
Yes.
I hope it's not on that end of it, but they're gonna like yell to Batal that they're gonna go down their barrels. So if we don't come up, it's probably because apparently there's a crocodile, and they're gonna start going down with results.
let's look at the chests together. Maybe this evening when we are stopping this ship, or are we just going to sail 24/7? I mean, we have to sleep or not.
Looks to be tall.
The boat will go as long as we have the boat going. If you'd like to try to take anchor in open water, we can try to do that. But so long as it has wind, we are moving.
Okay.
Okay.
There's no such thing as shifts on a skeleton crew.
Yeah.
So we just do we have to do anything at night, or is it just going by its own in a straight line?
It's going to go on its own if we let it.
That sounds... Is it going into the right direction, Vital?
That depends on us being awake and navigating it, and being able to catch the wind and making sure that we are... these...
Well, I'm a man
noises.
of risky decisions. I want to sleep.
Oh.
So...
You can sleep, but the rest of us will probably still be awake. And if we rouse you, it means it's time to go at it.
Okay, so how about we go down now? So that I can take it up
You want to go
afterwards.
back down? You just came back up. Okay.
Yes, I know. Stairs.
Collier's gonna lean down though to give you a piggyback so you don't have to go back down the steps.
I accept that. And I gladly piggy ride.
Please don't make me roll to give him a piggyback ride.
Oh god, if you make it drop on me.
But yeah, we're just gonna go back down there. You would see us going down, but I don't think we should, the group of us, all leave everything specifically. We still need people in different parts of the ship, so the three of us will just go back down if you want to be a part of it. But I think Liang is still up on the very top, keeping a lookout for everything.
Liang has come down. Liang is on the
top deck at least, right?
Yeah, Liang is on the deck of the ship. He's kind of just leaning over and just staring into the water intently.
Oh, okay. We don't know that right now, so I'm just assuming you're still up there. So down we go, and Kal is gonna follow Rosalba back to the barrels to give him a look.
Okay. So you go back.
Is anyone on deck other than me right now?
The other Swalwyn has come back up to check on his mate.
Yeah.
Is someone at the steering wheel?
I don't know, because that's where Gertie was.
Oh gosh, I knew this day would come. Vital has one hand on the steering wheel and has connected a bunch of ropes to each other to the mizzen mast, so that he can control that.
This is amazing. I'm so sorry.
Excellent.
It actually takes 8 people to run a ship on a skeleton crew like this at all times.
I'm gonna walk over to the map. Not map. I'm gonna walk over to the wheel, and I'm just going to fully unravel, fully open up his star map, which I think fully expanded. It's just like a dome around him. He's just gonna orient it properly and just kind of stands there and look and just kind of make sure that we are going in the right direction.
Okay.
Okay.
Does it work like that?
I'm trying to decide if navigator's tools or the water vehicles would be a better role for Vital to make right now. I'm not 100% sure.
I've got both, so whatever you want to do.
We'll just say water vehicles right now. It'll be a wisdom check. I should question you.
Yeah, I've got tons of wisdom.
Can I help?
So wise. Yes, please.
All right.
Yes.
I will help with that just by kind of looking at just my map,
Sure.
kind of looking at where we're going, just being we need to go left a bit.
A navigator would help, so go ahead and roll that with advantage then, Vital.
Yay. Oh, that's good. That is going to be 3 plus 3 is 6. It's going to be 23.
23. Okay, so given a little bit of directions as Liang is kind of keeping an eye out, and looking at a star chart and kind of using it to be something of a navigator to help you with this. You are indeed heading the correct direction to Talu.
Hooray. Beautiful. We're just crashing the ship into the shore. That's what we're doing. There's no way we're going to be able to...
Isn't there some kind of thing that we can just, like, put down to stop it? Is this how you always
It's the anchor, and sometimes, yes. Actually, you could do a really cool thing where you drop it, you just drop the anchor, and you turn the wheel, and then somebody yells at you because the whole of the ship's been somewhat destroyed by the anchor pulling against it, and everything goes to the left or right depending on which way it tears, and it's a whole lot of fun when you're trying to evade the law.
Yes.
Which
I do think I read it. I heard about something like that.
As many people as we have, we are not outrunning anyone today, so this is going to be...
I think we have enough tricks up our sleeves that we can at least keep out of their way.
Yeah. We're not going to run in that hard. We're just going to sort of, kiss whatever we can as gently as possible. It will not be gentle. I can foresee it. Just a big ol' smooch on the hole.
Well, I have taken some... Wait, okay. I'm trying to find a way to make this in-game sound. I have attuned with nature in such a way where I can control the water if need be. I've taken some spells that might be helpful.
That's it's very useful. Appreciated. Maybe it will be a gentle kiss. I don't know. We'll find out. Batal's just got one hand wrapped around these ropes that is like into the mizzen, and the other one's sort of like a pulley. That one's probably going to be the actual part of the ropes that raise or drop the sails. Mm-hmm. It's all whining. This is a lot of pressure. The other hand's on the wheel. It's fine.
Batal, do you need me to hold the wheel?
No, I got that. I've done this before.
It's so bad.
All right. He's just kind of standing there, just like fully shrouded in like holograms of stars, just like, okay. I will.
It's the best GPS.
Let me know if you need any directions. I'm gonna go stare over the side of this boat again. It's very fascinating. I've never seen so many sea creatures.
Yeah, perfect. So just stare out from the, he can't point. The crow's nest.
Fine.
Back up you go.
Let us know if you see any ships.
Will do. He packs up his map, sighs reluctantly, and climbs back up that mast.
All right, sounds good. Back at the bottom of the ship, Rosalba, Collier, and Gertie get back to the bottom, and I presume you point out to Collier the barrels that you were mentioning before.
Yeah, I've checked these. I think some of them are trapped. Maybe we should get Alivor as well, but honestly,
I really think that Alivor would much rather stay in the kitchen than to help us look through barrels. Unless we told him there was food. But could I, since we're down here now, and you guys have already told me that some of them are tied together, but one isn't, you haven't opened any of them. Before I do, can I cast Identify on the barrels to see if there's anything on them to stop anyone from opening them?
Okay, so you're gonna try to... Are you doing rituals for all of them, or are you gonna actually just cast Identify?
Yeah, Identify. It says that it's instantaneous and not a ritual.
That's the duration.
Oh.
So it happens instantaneously, but the casting time is 1 minute, unless you do a ritual, which makes it 11 minutes. And you have to touch the thing that you're trying to identify.
Yeah, and there's no way that I would be able to touch, like, all the barrels at once.
Not with one casting, no. Because you choose a single object for the identify.
How
Okay.
about we? Oh no, we
I'll do
can.
the easier way to identify the group of barrels that are tied together. I'm gonna kick them. Something will either wake up or not.
You want to kick trapped barrels?
Like I literally go up to the barrels, put my foot where the rope is, and then kick. Does anything happen? Does anything wake up? Does anything rattle or move?
Which ones are you kicking? Like, what's the order?
I'm going to be kicking. It was this big group right here, I think.
There's these ones down here that I'm pinging.
Because no, not the chest. These were the two barrels they were talking about. I thought they were the ones that were tied together. That big group in the middle.
No, it's the ones at the southern end of the.
Yeah, and
the
this
bottom there.
one.
So the three boxes and then the circle that I'm standing right next to.
So it's the ones that I'm pinging right now specifically.
And this one.
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna walk around and kick them. Does anything happen?
Okay, so you kick that chest and you hear what sounds like
it's
glass
not-
breaking.
Which one?
This one right here.
For me kicking it?
Yeah.
How did
Earlier.
the kick happen? Huh? There's way more glass here than possible. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna open it. What I break?
It is not opening as you try to open it from like the normal way you would expect to. If you investigate around for a little bit, you'll see that there is a keyhole in there.
I mean, Elevor has taken his sweet time, and whatever's inside is already broken. Kalir, could you just like force it open?
That's what I thought I was doing, but apparently that don't work. So
How
You can
about
try to
adding
make an
more
athletics check to like just break the actual barrel.
like, there's no crowbars or anything down here that I could use to just pry open anything.
Mm-mm.
There's no metal bars at all.
No.
Oh, I'll use my dagger then. I like to use the butt of my dagger to either jimmy or break the lock.
If you're gonna try to
Athletics.
jimmy it, that's gonna be a sleight of hand. If you're gonna try to like break it open, that's athletics.
I'd rather just break the lock.
Okay, go make athletics.
That is a 10 plus 8, 18.
Okay, yeah, so you can just smash the lock off and you can open the barrel. If you look inside of this, you see that there is some broken glass that seems to be coming out of something that's been wrapped in like a silk cloth of some sort.
I am going to, it's wet. I'm going to unwrap it still in the barrel. Like, I'm not going to pick it up because it's wet.
Okay, so as you unfold it,
Or would it be better for me to just do an investigation check so I can look through the barrel? I'm like moving the glass pieces out of everything.
No, I mean, you could just unwrap the whatever the object is. As you do, you see what appears to have been a glass case of some sort, and there is some like very dark vine with like black leaves on it inside. Well, what? It's inside the case, but the case is now broken.
But the case is now broken. Okay.
That looked like a very good bottle. Rosalba, you are a wine drinker from our group. Can you identify this?
I can certainly try. I'm also going to use Mage Hand to just kind of help Collier kind of pluck the pieces out because that's gross. But yeah, if I find a label or something, for sure.
Go ahead and make me a nature check. There isn't anything that's definitively labeling it.
Okay, a nature check. Okay,
Yes.
a 10.
Okay. Just based on the coloration, you kind of surmise that whatever this is probably shouldn't be handled lightly. You're not sure exactly what it is, but just from the general look of it, it looks like one of those plants that just grew to say, "Don't get near me."
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
Could I use prestidigitation to fix the glass case?
If you had,
Or is that, am I mixing it up with mending?
yeah, mending would do that. Prestidigitation doesn't
I know it,
create physical
cleans
matter
things.
for a very long time. Like, you can temporarily make like a trinket or an image or something like that, but you wouldn't be able to like make glue or like just make more glass.
I wouldn't
come
be
out.
able to can Sarugi it and just have the broken pieces like be together around it.
With mending, yeah, but not with prestidigitation.
Okay. I'm gonna move on to the next thing.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at Resolve and go, just leave it in there. If we're not, it's just a plant, and then just move on to the next one.
Okay. And are you gonna kick that one as well?
Please don't.
I'm not gonna kick it. I'm just gonna open it this time.
Okay, same thing. It is also locked, so you can jimmy it or break it.
Oh no, we're trying to see what's down here, what the cargo is, but all of it's locked, and we didn't find any keys, and we did really good perception in the other rooms, in the master rooms and everything else. So
maybe we could borrow some lockpicks from Elevor, at least for a
I
moment.
have lockpicks. I just don't care.
Oh, great, but I do. Collier, could you please open this box without destroying whatever is inside? I'm quite curious.
Yes.
I know you want to prove your strengths, but you are like the strongest.
It's not that. I'm just really impatient. There's a difference.
Oh. Well, yes.
But
So
I
this
will,
makes
but
it
I will,
simple.
because I respect my elders.
Thank you very much.
What I
Reminding me
just
of my age. Please continue. I'll wait in the
I'm
corner.
older than you.
Yes, apparently we can see that. Apparently you can also see in the dark quite well. I'm just standing here in the corner with my lamp. Please continue.
Okay, so would that be a sleight of hand?
If
With my
you
lockpicks
have
giving me-
thieves' tools, it'll be that. If not, it's just a straight dexterity check.
These tools. Do equipment. Oh no. I took the diplomat's pouch. I don't have lockpicks. I thought I had the other one. That's my fault. So then, but you want me? I don't have anything to make. Yeah, okay. I'll try jimmying it open instead of breaking it this time.
Okay. Go ahead, and that will be a sleight of hand.
The sleight of
Using
hand.
the weapon. Yep.
I don't have anything in there. I rolled a 15.
Okay, yeah. So you jimmy open this one, and inside you just see a few sheets of papers that seem to have some numbers on them, but whatever it is written as, it's not like it seems to be a code of some sort. It is.
It's a code?
Yes.
I am going to fold these up and keep them with me because I can put it up against anything we have upstairs that hasn't made sense before. Oh, well, what am I doing? I'm going to hand them to Rosalba.
She'll take them.
And then... So, I'm then going to look at the other two and go, so are we checking all of these? I can see where they see where the cannonballs and stuff were. And then they have the barrels that are lining the sides of the hull of the ship. That are like over here.
Yeah.
Do we know what these are?
No, maybe they haven't been.
They didn't get further than the little grouping down here in the southern end.
Well, based on what they had, like these barrels were like emptied when they looked through them. There wasn't anything of interest, so the ones on the side seemed to be like pretty much the same. Like as they move around, like they don't seem to have like a whole lot in them. I mean, they're heavy because they're barrels, but outside of that,
Oh, okay. I'm gonna look to Rosalba and ask them if they could compare even though we don't really know what the code is, compare the ledger to any numbers or letters that are on the side of any of these. Because if the papers are just something to because the last time we looked at things, it just said unit, and we didn't know what that meant. So maybe now we can figure out what that means.
Does it have anything written on it in particular, like the code or like a?
Yeah. So go ahead. This is just going to be a straight, unless you have forgery proficiency.
I believe I do.
I think
maybe
you do actually.
Let me look because I actually don't remember what the.
Either way, I am going to be giving them inspiration.
Okay, no, I thought I did, but no, I don't. Yeah, I know. It doesn't come with the courtier. Okay, so if it's not a forgery, what is it?
Then you can just make a straight intelligence check.
Straight intelligence.
I would like to give bardic inspiration if I could.
Yeah.
Right, that's going to be a D8. You're at a D8 with that.
Okay, I'm a natural 20. Or not natural 20, unnatural 20.
Dirty 20, yeah.
Dirty 20.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
So, Rosalba, as you're kind of going about it, you can see that the code is a code that began in common. But the thing that makes it a little confusing to read is that it looks like the letters are they begin being off by prime numbers, and the syntax of the sentences are like match a different language, but you are able to decode what the message actually says as you kind of like quickly put together the exact thing that it is. And it doesn't say what it actually is, but it is a recipe of some sort that says that it needs wait, try this over here. It needs muskmelon, ukage, banshee vine, and either basilisk venom or blood to create this mixture.
Well, considering it's basilisk venom or blood,
A
I would assume it
banshee vine?
has something to do with these statues.
A very intense cocktail. But I guess the plant we found is probably this banshee vine.
Banshee vine.
Well, I could ask them later if they scream. It's correct.
So what the recipe says is that you have to take a finely sliced piece of the muskmelon after it's been de-seeded, and then mix it with the leaves of the ukage until they're kind of like mixed together. And then if you have the basilisk venom, you take that and grind the banshee vine into it without cutting any of the vine itself. Like it's just the actual straight vine on its own. And then you slice the vine and dip it into the muskmelon ukage mixture until it turns into a strong magenta color. If you're using the blood, then you mix that into the original mixture instead, and then dip the vine into that new mixture until it turns pink. And then it says to apply to a specific part of the body and wait up to 5 minutes before the effects take place and the skin turns back to its normal hue.
Ooh. And we already found...
Do you like read that out loud? Because Kyle is just going to start going, yeah! It's like...
Yes, I do, yes.
Well, we have banshee wine, we found muskmelon. I don't know what ukage is. So all we need is a little bit of basilisk venom or blood that could be stored in one of the chests that we definitely not have destroyed.
Kyle just takes out the vial they have of the basilisk venom and is like...
I'm going to... I know that we left Leon up north above us. I don't know if it's in range or not. It's 120 feet. But I am pointing my finger up at the top of the deck and casting message to Liang. I'm not sure exactly how far you've traveled. I've never heard of such a thing, but have you heard of something called an ukage?
I guess, do I get the message?
You do get the message. Go ahead and roll me a nature check real quick. And you'll be rolling.
I'm gonna
with
give myself
advantage.
guidance.
Guidance and advantage. Go for it.
Oh, advantage. Let me double check I have guidance. Yes, I do. Okay, great. Always sucks when you give yourself a spell that you don't actually have. Okay, all right. Nature.
Yes.
That is a. I'm really stupid, aren't I? That's a 21. 21.
Okay, so ukage is a it's a very spindly plant that grows on islands in the nearby area. So it is not a poisonous or plant per se, but if you touch it, it will like give you a pretty like sharp prick. It'll kind of like it'll feel like it could be really painful at first. But it is mostly just like a physical detriment that if you touch it, you want to like move away from it. It is something that typically grows in like little bushels, kind of in the denser parts of like jungles and stuff, and like tropical forests.
I relay this information to Azalba.
Looking around, have we seen anything like that in the baskets and barrels here?
Yes, you have.
Perfect. I'm gonna walk over to what I think it is, pluck one, and potentially, not quite sure.
Yeah, by all means. So you go to where the description of what Leon gave you. You walk over and grab what you believe to be some ukage, and you return to the elsewhere where Call is holding on to the venom, and you believe that you will have the banshee vine and the other barrel or chest.
Well, we do have a willing candidate. I gesture to the dragonborn in the back.
And because I broke the glass thing, if we went to go where the wine is and then either celebrate finding out that we could fix them or pour it out, then we have a new glass container.
Sounds about right. We should gather one anyway.
Do you think the banshee vine will get drunk?
Fermented, particularly if it's left there for quite some time, but I don't think that's how it works now. No.
Let's follow the recipe very closely. Dear Carliers, there are still three chests left. If you could do me a favor and open them as well.
Sure.
I mean,
I'm going to go through and try my luck jimmying opening the next one.
Yep, go right ahead. Same thing, slide a hand.
Okay. Yep, and that's just a base roll. I'll keep trying to look at my stats like that's going to hell. So does a 12 do it, or do I break my dagger?
So you're trying to kind of use the pick of your dagger to get it in, unlock it, and it's like your dagger's like just a little bit too thick to actually be able to like get far enough to get that last little bit of the lock open.
Ooh, what about the little gold things in my hair? Those are like little slivers of metal. Could I actually use those like lock picks? Like, could I have that?
I'll also go ahead and try another sleight of hand check. Sure.
Heck yeah. Those. Roll better. It fell off the desk. Ooh. You did me wrong, so you can go in dice jail. We'll get a new one. Never seen so many D12s in my life. Okay. Hey, that one is an 18, so I definitely do it.
Okay, that one will open it up. As you look into this chest, hey, it might just be a regular chest this time that has a good pile of gold inside of it.
I'm going to open it and look at it and be like, it's just gold, and then go to the next one.
All right.
There are two left, because you said there were 3 barrels. I just did one, and now there's 2 left.
Yes.
Okay.
So last 2 are this one and this one here.
All right. Is it all right if I make 2 rolls? So because I'm going to try to open all of them.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's see. First, woo. First roll is oh no, that one's an 8. I didn't get that one. You can pick which one that is, please. That one is another 15. So I got 15
Okay.
and 8. So one of them don't open. So we gotta pick which one it is.
Excellent. Okay. So we'll say that the 8 is for this one over here, which you decide we'll get back to later. And as you get over to this one, you are able. So you're still using like your hair for the.
Yeah, I'm using
thing?
the little dagger, the metal dagger, gold pieces in my hair.
All right, so you get it, the little like metal pieces in there, and you hear the clicking of it.
Yes.
And then, as you try pulling away, your hair's stuck inside the lock.
Oh no! Okay, no, that's great.
As you'll see the chest open up, and it's easier for Gertie and Rosalba to see the teeth that are hanging on the edges of the chest.
What?
Cloud of daggers! Cloud of daggers!
It's a mimic. Oh, okay.
It is a mimic. And at that, we're gonna go to break.
Oh no!